For far too long we've run from the beasts, but perhaps now hostilities will cease. Wurt has emerged from the fogs of the marsh, only she is not one to be harsh. Ready to join the others at hand, we should venture to familiar land. And for us, that means taking a first look into the curio cabinet, and holy flop, there's a lot of new shinies that will not only talk today, but over the course of these next couple days. But take part in what you please. But all that concerns us today are the new skins, and oh boy, they are beautiful. And first up, Wurt's Guest of Honor get up, and all its koi fish glory. At least, that's the whole vibe that I get from this guy. I'll tell you what though, it does feel nice to see some vibrant colors in such a dreary game for once. She must know how excited folk are for her as she's ready to reel them in with her abyssal skin. But don't dive too deep, friends. My goodness, I love this skin, even though anglerfish are creepy as heck. But just do yourself a favor and also read her comment, it's so freaking adorable. Fish are friends, not food. But say hello to the totally terrifying triumphant skin. And no, I'd rather not be swimming with the sharks, but thanks for asking. But my, this skin doesn't even make Wurt look like Wurt, but she is one mean SOB with it on. Without question, the marsh is her domain, and just about everything about her stems from it. However, there are two vitally important mechanics that we just must discuss straight away. Her displeasure with meat and, well, her deeper displeasure with a specific kind of meat. Cause for the first time ever, we've got ourselves an official, full-fledged vegetarian on our hands, folks. Wurt cannot and will not consume meat foods and dishes, so bye-bye meatballs, jerkies, pierogies, and even just straight up eggs. So it looks like we're gonna need to broaden our culinary horizons. Well, maybe not so much actually, as Wurt loves her veggies so much that she gains roughly 1.33 times the hunger when eating them over that of all the other survivors. For example, once carrots gave 12.5 hunger, and now they'll grant almost 17 a pop. Pumpkins usually restore 37.5 hunger, but Wurt will net nearly 50 points of it. But you get the point. However, two things to note. This stat boost does not translate to fruits, even though, yes, Wurt can still consume fruits at the end of the day. And number two, one particular food here has received even more attention: durians. Now sitting at 40 hunger a munch and resulting in 0 downsides for Wurt, meaning no health or sanity loss, you can't help but appreciate just how marvelous durians have become. At least in this case. And heck, you don't even need to cook them either. So it really does look like these are our new snacks. So perhaps you should farm a couple of the smelly suckers, feed them to an enslaved bird perhaps for their specific crop seeds, then plant more of those crop seeds, and then continuously harvest what was once a worthless food, only to now benefit in ways unimaginable before Wurt. Seriously, durians might just be her lifeblood now. That being said, you should absolutely still know and learn crockpot recipes like dragon pies, stuffed eggplant, or even trail mix for Pete's sake. These are but 3 of the many available to you, and do note that Wurt's 1.33 times veggie boost will actually apply to crockpot dishes, so there you go. However, if you do need help still with dishes beyond just meatballs, then do yourself a favor and give these a watch or go wiki diving while you're playing Wurt. You will need to do so now more than ever. But how about that other half of these vital mechanics that I mentioned earlier? Well, that would involve our porky companions, everyone. For pigs hate Wurt, and Wurt hates pigs. However, that's about as far as it goes. There's no bonus damage on either side, which is unfortunate. No sanity loss by being near them, which I thought for sure that was gonna be it. But yeah, just nothing beyond just having to run away and avoid the humanoid meals on wheels once again like we did with Wartox. It is sad. I was hoping for something special here. However, it's time though to return to where we belong, the swamp. Being in tune with the joint, Wurt is able to locate whatever danger happens to be looking to slap you silly. So really, she just makes tentacle locations easier to find for ya. But thankfully, Clay not only avoided a simple copy and paste from Wagstaff, but they made the indicators far less intrusive, which I am all about, because that was one of my main worries when first reading about her ability here. And another swampy perk of hers, speed. Compared to all the other survivors, Wurt is far faster when on marsh turf than anyone or anywhere else. And I mean, it ain't even close, folks. For whatever reason, I failed to test it with the walking cane in play. However, it did certainly feel as fast, if not more so. But get a cane while on the marsh, and you're just bloody off to the races with Wurt friends. Now, considering Clay's words on the matter, them being that Wurt was going to be able to craft tiles to expand her turf, I was figuring there would be something special there as well. But nope. What we can craft is literally marsh turf. The same turf you see over yonder. Nothing more. Considering that you can simply pitchfork all the marsh turf you wish without this specific craft while maintaining the same benefits as, yes, I tested both growth and movement speeds on both crafted and pitchfork turfs, I ask, what's the point? Heck, there isn't even a sanity component to this crafted turf either. Oh well, moving on. Cause here's the fun stuff. Crafts MERM houses. Using 4 boards, 3 reeds, and 3 fish, you are now able to construct your very own MERM huts, and by golly, you've certainly treated your own green brethren to an upgrade. Cause these houses not only look aesthetically different, but they do kinda operate in some unfamiliar fashions. As far as I can tell, the 4-day respawn time is still a thing. However, these crafted huts appear to only hold a single MERM at a time, and will also not spawn more come dusk, nor when the MERM gets attacked itself. So it seems like these guys are living in style all by themselves. I could be wrong, but that's what I found in testing. Plus, the MERMs that do come out of these houses are just normal MERMs, so don't really expect anything fancy there. But hold on to your glups, as things are about to get far more involved, starting with MERM Flortifications. Pretty darn expensive buggers at 5 boards, a tentacle spot, and 2 spears apiece. These will be home to the soon-to-be showcased MERM guards. But stay with me here. This is like a 17-step process. For you see, these MERM Flortifications are completely useless by their lonesome. Heck, they are still gonna be useless even after constructing yet another exclusive craft called the DIY Royalty Kits. Place that sucker down, go to build the darn thing, and then come to realize the whole do-it-yourself aspect of it all, needing 15 fish, 20 frickin' kelp, 10 porky butts, and 15 beefalo fur. Building this thing is gonna take some doing and plenty of time. We can get fish by, well, fishing, I'd imagine. We can obtain kelp on the high seas by doing just my favoriteest thing in all of Don't Starve Together's history, sailing. We can gather pig butts through murder, demolition, or really any combination of the two, and that shouldn't be too hard for us. And finally, go cow tipping, only without any tipping or cows. Rather beefs and shears, which is also very, very easy. Bring it all together, and voila! It's time to talk the MERM King. A nearby but random MERM will assume position in the middle of this tapestry thing, and you may find yourself asking where the heck to go from there, as I did that for a time myself. But what we want to do now is actually feed the green blob veggies. Not fish, not fruit, veggies. You can offer crockpot dishes to speed up the process a bit, but only a couple of munches turns a normal MERM into the guy she doesn't want to tell you about. But say hello to the MERM King, everyone. Once a MERM King has taken the throne, you'll see a slight change to your personal appearance. Those aforementioned MERM guards will eventually emerge from their homes, but best of all, every single MERM in the world will see upgrades to their health and damage output. Minus you, sadly, which might actually really be the saddest part in this. However, the king has 1,000 health, so he ain't dying anytime soon. However, you must feed him in order to keep him around. He has a max hunger of 200, but he loses 1 hunger every 10 seconds. So you best stay on it if you want to keep those mermy benefits. But let's fire through these last few details, shall we? Yes, Wurt can befriend merms just like we can befriend piggies. So have fun finally taking advantage of a mechanic long overdue. Plus, note that you can bring warrior merms along for the ride as well. She has one final exclusive craft in the clever disguise made easily by more fish, reeds, and sticks. Don this hilarious mask as any other character to be one with the green people. Just know that it only lasts a total of 6 days. The whole not slippery when wet shenanigans is very straightforward. High wetness on every other character will eventually see weapons flying out of their hands over and over again, while Wurt can continue the fight with no worries. However, I still wish Clay would just go the extra mile with rain mechanics one of these days. I bloody called it. The whole likes to keep pet fish in her inventory nonsense thing that we discussed a couple days ago had everyone in a frenzy about Hutch's involvement when I just kept saying, no way they're gonna do that. And what do you know? They didn't frickin' do that. And here's the deal. A fish in her inventory grants a passive status effect of 1 sanity gain per 20 seconds, just like I said it was going to do. But sadly, this doesn't change with the amount of fish, and I don't know if that's a bug or a feature at this point. But Clay has gone and done something real sneaky. Wurt can read Wicker Bottom's books, just like she does in her own short. You won't see the otherworldly effects of said books, but since Wurt is so fascinated by how others live and how the world works, she actually gains 33 sanity by reading Sleepy Time stories, 50 sanity for On Tentacles, and I'm not really too sure how we should feel about that one, and oddly, 49 sanity from Birds of the World. And as for Applied Horticulture and The End is Nigh, she actually loses 33 sanity per turn of the page for those guys, so there's that. And oh yeah, don't even bother with Maxwell's Codex Umbra either, because she'll completely avoid that thing. But there you have it, everyone. Wurt, the Impressionable. If you want to talk about making an entrance, I don't think many can top our new girl here. Her short was one of the best yet. Her background is one many have wondered about for years, and her mechanics are not only plentiful, but involved in ways missing in these last couple character updates. I like her. I like her a lot. Difficult, but manageable. Plus, she has gameplay depth, and what more could you ask for? Thanks for watching, everyone. Well wishes to all. Have fun out there, and I'll see ya in the Hallowed Nights. Bye-bye.